We've been talking already this morning, haven't we, about a new chapter for the great Ugly Yellow Handbag. No redeeming features. It's currently in another online auction, raising money for another charity. This time it will raise over £300. It's 340 already, and there's 4 days to go, and that's the most it's ever gone for. If you don't know the story, I'll briefly fill you in from the beginning. It started when June bought it. She got it back home. She hated it. She thought, what have I done? It's a monstrosity. It's a hideous creation. It's ugly. It's probably the most ugly yellow handbag I've ever seen. So she teamed up with Jill, her mate, and they came in to see me. What should we do with it? They thought. We decided that they should put it up for auction to raise money for the Great Whitley church roof. It started off at £3.50. They came on the show and it exploded to £26. A mini explosion, if you like. Unfortunately for Gemma in the Forest of Dean, her husband was listening to the show on his tractor. He won it for £26, and Gemma was left with the ugliest handbag the world has ever seen, a stinker. She decided to auction it off for charity again, a different charity, a cloth nappy charity. £25, not bad. Jannica bought it from Norway. Jannika's auction ended at £94. This time it was won by Jane from Inkbearer. The ugly yellow handbag had come back to Worcestershire. We've been talking to Jane today.
My story starts when, sadly, my husband Adrian died in December. I took a long sabbatical from work and was busy doing a spot of decorating and listening to your show, or rather, dare I say, half listening.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll take that.
And I heard the keywords ugly yellow handbag, and it's back up on eBay. And that just sort of sparked my curiosity, and I thought, I've got to have a look at this. I was very much into eBaying at that point in time, so buying lots of things that I thought I wanted, even though I didn't need them. And, well, that's it. Once I saw the bag, I was hooked.
You got to have it, hadn't you?
I've got to have it, yes, at any cost.
How much did it cost? How much did you get it for?
£94.
Yeah, that's right. So Jannica sold it to you.
She did.
For £94. What did you think when you got your hands on it?
Wow, it was truly ugly, as I told you before.
Great.
But I'd never had an intention to keep it. My idea had been for myself and my daughter Beth to put it back up for auction and raise money for Macmillan this time.
Well, actually, she donated it to a lovely lady in the end called Natalie Hunter. So Natalie is the bag's current owner. It's her auction, which is set to break all ugly yellow handbag records. And we reckon she's one of the bravest people we've ever had on the show. And it's an honour to talk to her. Let's get her on. Natalie's on the line now. Hi, Natalie.
Hello.
Hi, thanks ever such a lot for coming on. Will you tell us your story, if you can, please?
I'm a mum to 4 young children, and I have 20-month-old twins who I have a link with Gemma through cloth nappying, actually.
Oh.
So, and through Facebook, we've been in contact for a while.
Yes.
And unfortunately, 2 months ago, out of the blue, I was diagnosed with advanced bladder cancer, which has actually spread into my bones. So that's where I come into it in a very sad circumstance. But I've ended up with the bag being sent to me through the kindness of Jane and Gemma and everybody for me to be able to raise more money.
What do you think of the bag, Natalie?
It is truly a sight to behold.
It is, isn't it? But what do you think of the story and all the good work that the bag's done?
It's an amazing thing, I think. Certainly, you've got to be inventive to raise money for charity these days, and it certainly is an inventive way to do it. It's perfect for me, because unfortunately at the moment, treatment means I can't do energetic things, but I wanted to raise money for the charity that are helping me, which is Team Verrico, and this is an ideal way for me to be able to do it.
Yeah, just an idea, just a chance for you to put something back to the people who are helping you when you most need it, if you like.
Yeah, it's great that people want to help people like me out, and when you benefit from these kind of things, you automatically want to give back twice what you take. And this is the perfect way to do it.
Natalie, may I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
You're going along, living life normally. You're a mom. You have twins, aged 20 months. You have 2 other children. And suddenly this bolt comes from completely, in your words, out of the blue. You're told, suddenly from out of nowhere, you have advanced bladder cancer that's spread to your bones.
Yeah.
How do you take that?
Very badly. It was very hard. It's still very hard. I've had to accept that I really don't have any extended life facing me, and that I need to put in a legacy in place for the children, because they're so young that there is a risk that they're not going to know me when they grow up. So it's important to me to get that in place.
How do you feel now? Are you as well as you can be, for example?
Well, yes, that's the strange thing. You think you've got cancer and you're terminally ill, that you must be very ill indeed, but actually, physically wise, I don't feel too unwell. It's the whole emotional thing that comes with it, and you know that actually you really are ill. And trying to accept that and come to terms with that is very difficult.
And then you have to tell your children.
Yes, that has possibly got to have been the hardest day of my life, telling my children that, unfortunately, Mummy's not going to be able to be there for the rest of their lives, and it's the one thing that every parent dreads, I think.
Yet you're going through all of this, Natalie, and I did say before we even started speaking, she's probably one of the bravest people we've ever had on the show. You're going through all of this. You're going through enough. You've got enough on your plate. Yet your thought is to actually put something back and help people in the future. You're thinking, I'll have this yellow handbag and I'll raise some money. How do you do that?
I think, for me, I do a blog, and for me, I can't help myself much the more than I'm doing. So to cope with what I'm going through and what the family are going through, I want to help other people that are going to go on this journey after me, because unfortunately it will happen, and I want to make their journey slightly easier. And raising money and making sure that research and awareness is raised around this disease is the best way to do that.
This yellow handbag is a stinker. It's a monstrosity. It's a hideous creation. Yet, above all of that, it's very special. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully going on from here, and many other charities at some point are going to keep getting money from this amazing bag, and it will go on with a history, I think, from here.
Are you going to put something in it? Because people have started to just leave a little something in there.
I have, yes. I've put something very personal to my charities and me in the bag, yes.
OK. Now, it's up for auction. We've just had a look. It's £340, and it is growing and growing and growing. How much do you think it will raise?
Oh, I'm happy with what it's got, but obviously for Team Verrico, who are a very small charity set up in the wake of another tragic loss of cancer, triple-negative breast cancer, a mum very like myself, I want them to get as much as they can, because they need that money. So I would love to be hitting sort of high hundreds, maybe even 1,000 would be perfect, but let's see what happens.
Fingers crossed. And when every day is precious, Natalie, how do you wake up? What's your mindset for each day?
It changes your outlook, so you just kind of see what the day, how it plans ahead, and the smaller things become very much more important. Just the little smiles on the children's faces, just the little things that they're doing, and you take great pleasure in just when they look at you, and just these little moments mean a lot.
You're an inspirational lady, Natalie.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, I'm telling you, you are. And I'm so pleased that you're the owner of the Ugly Yellow Handbag, because this Ugly Yellow Handbag, I feel, has a really, really stunning future ahead of it. And it's amazing how something happens just when you're least expecting it. Thanks for putting up on auction, and thank you for your time this morning, and good luck.
No, it very welcome. Thank you very much.
All our very best wishes, Natalie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. That's Natalie Hunter. She's the owner of the Ugly Yellow Handbag, which continues its journey. And the story and the adventure goes on. And it takes lots of twists and turns, and you just don't know with it what's going to happen next and who's going to get it next. Go and have a look for yourself. It's on eBay now, £340. I don't know what the next chapter's going to be. But I know this. You'll hear about it on this show. Because this show is where it all started.